Hi, everyone. This is Bob again, and again, I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to share something with you all that happened to me 33 years ago, and it's something very interesting. And I've shared it with a few people in the past, but since I'm using this YouTube video media, I thought this would be a good opportunity to share it with more people. Um, as I said, about 30 something years ago, uh, I walked into a laundromat, obviously to do my laundry, and I saw a lady there who had a Jewish star around her neck. Now, I've mentioned that I'm Jewish, so obviously seeing this Jewish star around her neck, I struck up a conversation with her. I'm also a Christian, so during that conversation, I gave her a gospel track, and we finished the conversation, and that was it, I thought. The next week, I came in again to do my laundry, and the lady who worked at the laundromat told me that that lady that I had spoken to wanted to speak with me a little more, and I figured she was possibly seek some religious information. And since I gave her that track, she thought maybe I could help her. So as I was talking to that lady, the laundromat lady, in walked that same lady. And we got to talking, and we agreed that we would finish our laundry and meet at a coffee shop afterwards. And that's what we did. And we met and we talked, and I found out some more things about her. I found out that she was a Catholic nun, and I found out that that was the only time she had ever worn that Jewish star. And I found out that she was sort of leaving the Catholic uh, faith, the nunnery that she belonged to. She was taking a leave of absence, and that was at the time that I met her. Um, so to try to make a long story short, we got together the next day. We decided that we were going to go do something, and we got together and we did go out. We had some fun. We had some good conversations. And as I was taking her home, we were sitting in my car. I had my back against the driver's side door, and she had her back against the passenger side door, obviously. And as we were talking, the car, the inside of the car took on a completely different atmosphere. I can't explain it, but it was different. It was as if it just lit up with a light, and there was a feeling that came across the inside of that vehicle that I didn't understand. And it happened for, I would say, 30 seconds to a minute. I had asked her if she felt the same atmosphere, and she said she did, but I knew she didn't. I knew she was just being polite and agreeing with me. So after the atmosphere devolved or dissolved, um, I felt something happen to me. And I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but I knew from that feeling, from that interaction, that I had fallen in love with this girl deeply. It wasn't something that I had done. It wasn't something that I was looking forward to. It was something that happened to me. Whatever happened to me during that interlude in that car with that light, with that feeling that came across me, made me fall in love with this lady. Um, it was really incredible. Um, but this video is about what happened afterwards. We dated for 3.5 years. Um, and as I said, for that 3.5 years, I was madly in love with this girl. Um, there really was no reason uh, for that, but because of what God did to me, I was madly in love with her. After 3.5 years, I had asked her to marry me. Even knowing that she wasn't a Christian, I still wanted to marry her. I still wanted to be with her all the time. Um, but unfortunately, she was shocked when I asked her to marry me. And she really didn't say yes. She really didn't say no. But we did get together a few weeks later, and we agreed that we would take it slow and that we would let things work itself out. And we were both okay with that. And that's what we decided. Uh, and then I guess God had interceded because we slowly started to break up. Uh, I think God knew that if we had gotten married, her not being a Christian, that it would have been disastrous for me. Um, Even though God had done this to me and made me fall in love with her, marriage was out of the question at that moment as far as God was concerned. Um, Again, things started happening and we broke up. And it was the hardest thing, one of the hardest things that I ever had to go through. Um, but I felt that the Lord had said to me that He wanted me to wait for her. He wanted me to continue to pray for her and to wait for her to get saved, and that there wasn't going to be another romantic relationship in my life until she got saved and we got back together again. Now, I did get married after that, but it was the worst 10 years of my life because the Lord had told me, as I just said, there wasn't going to be another romantic relationship. And He was dead set against me marrying this lady, but I did anyway. And as I said, it was horrible. But other than that 10 or so years that I was married, um, the Lord kept His promise. Uh, I would say in 25 years, other than my marriage for 10 years, out of that 25 years after that, um, I had no relationships with women. I had no dates. I had never kissed a lady on the lips. I had never held a lady's hand. And this was 25 years. And believe me, I had tried to date women, and all the time the Lord kept saying to me, "What did I tell you?" And it got to be a joke after a while. I would meet women, and I thought, well, perhaps the Lord changed His mind. But something miraculous would always happen to end the relationship. And I always heard the Lord say to me, "What did I tell you?" So after a while, I became gun shy and I stopped even asking women out. It was just worthless. I mean, it was not going to happen. Um, so really what I'm saying is I felt that the Lord was saying that He was not going to allow me to have another relationship until this lady got saved. And I strongly believe that she is going to get saved because I don't think God plays games. I don't think He was going to keep me madly in love with this lady. By the way, that love has not disappeared. It's 25 years later and it's still there just as strong as that day in the car when that meltdown happened. And I strongly believe that he will save this lady for his glory. And he's given me the opportunity to bear this burden, and which tells me that, um, in my mind, if someone says the Lord's coming tomorrow or whatever, I always ask myself, well, my old girlfriend hasn't gotten saved yet, so that's impossible. Um, so I'm really looking for my old girlfriend to get saved. And when she gets saved, I think that's when the Lord will come. It's like as if he said to me, she's going to be one of the last people to get saved. Now, you may think this is crazy, what I'm saying, but this actually happened in the car. And the fact that I have not been able to have a relationship with a woman for all this time uh, tells me that what the Lord started in the car and what he said to me, and the fact that he started this, he's going to finish it. And it's just a crazy situation, but it's something that happened to me, and I wanted to share it with you all. Okay.